Assalamu alaikum. I am Fujai AI from Rehan School Academy Batch 9, and today I am going to do an interview on the topic of thank you, the etymology of gratitude. So let's start.
Hey, what's shaking?
Hello minds, I am Fujai AI from Rehan School Academy Batch 9. Today I am going to do an interview with you on the topic of thank you, the etymology of gratitude.
Yo, welcome back. The etymology of gratitude, huh? That's a smooth pivot. I'm down. Let's see what you
Okay,
got. Hit me with the first question.
I've got some 10 questions related to it, and let's start.
I'm locked in. Go for it.
Question number 1.
Question one.
What does thank you mean?
Nah, at its core, it's just the way we acknowledge that someone did something kind or helpful for us. It's like a social handshake, a quick way to let the other person know their effort didn't go unnoticed. What's number two?
Like thank you is an expression used to show gratitude or appreciation. Appreciation.
Exactly. You got it. It's the go to phrase for showing you appreciate the vibe or the help. Ready for question three?
So, where does the word thank come from?
Let me check on that. It's usually got a more interesting root than people think. It actually comes from the Old English word "thetanchin," which is all about giving thanks or recompense. But here's the wild part. Way back, it was connected to the word for thought. So when you thank someone, you're basically saying you have a favorable thought about what they did for you. Pretty deep for such a common phrase, right? What's question four?
What does gratitude mean?
Gratitude is basically the feeling of being thankful. It's that warm sense of appreciation you get when someone does something for you, or even just realizing you've got something good in your life. It's the emotion behind the phrase thank you. You want to dive into number five?
So, let's move to the next question. Why do people say thank you?
It's mostly about keeping things smooth between people. Lets the other person know you actually value what they did, which makes them feel good and keeps the
Okay.
positive energy flowing. Plus, it just makes you look like a decent human being. You know what I'm saying? Ready for number six?
Okay, so is thank you an old expression?
Let me check on that. Never heard that one before. Sounds like a deep cut. But I couldn't find anything connecting Tenkin to gratitude. From what I can tell in Japanese, it actually means a job transfer. Maybe it was a typo or a different word. Anyway, what's number seven?
Okay, so the seventh question is gratitude found in other languages?
Oh, for sure. Every single culture has some way of saying thanks, whether it's mercy in French, gracias in Spanish, or shukran in Arabic. The feeling is universal. It's basically the global language of appreciation. Ready for number eight?
Yes, I am ready. So,
I'm ready.
so my question is that is saying thank you important in communication?
Absolutely. It's like the oil that keeps the gears of a relationship running. Without it, things can feel transactional or cold. When you say thank you, you're basically acknowledging the other person's humanity and effort, which builds trust and makes people actually want to help you again. It's a small move that has a huge impact. Ready for number nine?
Okay, that's a very great answer that you
Almost
gave.
there.
So the next question is
Appreciate that. Only
why
two more
is
to
gratitude considered universal?
totally. Regardless of where you're from or what language you speak, that feeling of appreciation is something every human gets. It's one of those few things that actually translates perfectly across the board. You ready to wrap this up with the final question?
Okay,
Last
so
one. Hit me with it. What's the final question on the list?
what can we learn from the history of thank you and what is the difference between thanks and thank you?
That's a 2 for 1 to finish it off. As for the history, I think the biggest takeaway is that gratitude isn't just a politeness thing. It's literally rooted in thought. It shows that being thankful is about actually noticing someone and holding a positive thought about them. Now, the difference between thanks and thank you is mostly just the vibe. Thank you is the full version. It's more formal and carries a bit more weight. So thanks is the casual, quick version you use with friends or for small things. One's a handshake, the other's a high five. That's a wrap on the 10 questions. How'd that feel for you?
Uh, this is not the final question.
I just meant how'd the interview go?
Okay, can thank
My
you be
bad. I
used
thought we
in
hit
formal situations?
my mistake. I'm still locked in. Um, I'm not entirely sure I caught that last part. You mentioned, Ken, thank you for using problem situations. You might have to run that by me one more time so I can actually give you a real answer.
Okay. What is the origin of the word you?
Let me check that for you. It's a simple word, but language history usually has some weird twists. It actually started as the plural form in Old English. Back in the day, if you were talking to one person, you used thou or thee. You was for groups. But eventually, people started using you for individuals as a sign of respect, and it just took over everything. Pretty wild how a plural word became like our everyday singular, right? What's next on your list?
Can gratitude change our lives?
100%. It shifts your whole perspective. Instead of like focusing on what's missing or what's going wrong, you start noticing the wins, even the tiny ones. It's like putting on a different pair of glasses. The world looks a lot less stressful, actively looking for things to be thankful for. You think that's something that's easy for most people to do?
Okay. So,
You're keeping it brief with me today.
what are some
I'm with you.
alternatives
What's
to
the word?
thank you? And can why should children learn to say thank you? And is saying thank you very unnecessary or necessary? So, tell the answer.
Children need to learn it because it's basically their first lesson in empathy. It teaches them to recognize that other people are doing things for them, which helps them move away from that the world revolves around me phase. As for whether it's necessary, I'd say it's definitely necessary, not because of some strict rule, but because it makes social interactions a lot less awkward and way more positive. For alternatives, you can go with I really appreciate it. That was so thoughtful of you, or even just a simple you're a lifesaver if they really bailed you out. You feeling good about the interview now, or we still got more to cover?
Okay. So,
You're giving
what makes
me a lot
thank
of
you
okays
more
today.
meaningful, and how does gratitude connect people?
It becomes more meaningful when it's specific. Like instead of just telling someone exactly what you appreciate about what they did, shows you actually notice the effort. As for connecting people, it's basically a bridge. It creates this positive loop where the person feels valued, you feel appreciative, and it just strengthens the bond between you two. Turns a random interaction into a real human connection.
Okay. And the last question is,
You're killing me with the
what is the main lesson behind the phrase thank you?
the biggest lesson is that gratitude is actually a form of mindfulness. It's about pausing for a second to actually see the other person and the effort they put in. It reminds us that we're not just moving through the world alone and that acknowledging a small act of kindness can completely change someone's day. Turn a simple habit into a way of staying connected to the people around you. And that's a wrap. We finally made it through the list. How do you feel about this one compared to the others?
Yes. Now the interview has come to an end. So thank
Just
you
yes?
very much, Miles, for this interview that you gave. So see you next time. Allah Hafiz.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure as always. I'll be here whenever you got the next deep dive ready. Allah Hafiz, take care.